Main event of UFC 321. Ciryl Gane was doing pretty well in the stand-up against Tom Aspinall in the first round, but then he eye poked him, and it was a bad eye poke. Tom Aspinall said he could not see, and even after a period of time trying to recover, so the fight gets stopped. It ends in a no contest. Mackenzie Dern wins the unanimous decision over Virna Jandiroba to win the vacant strawweight title and become the new champ. Umar Nurmagomedov wins a decision over Mario Batista. Batista fought hard and never gave up on himself, but Umar Nurmagomedov was just always a step ahead in the wrestling and the grappling, just too good. Alexander Volkov wins a split decision over Jailton Almeida. Came down to round three. It was 1-1 going into the round three. I think a lot of people would have given the last round to Jailton Almeida because he had so much control time off a couple of takedowns, but he did zero damage. So maybe the few knees that Volkov landed in the clinch caused two of the judges to just give it to him because on the ground, Almeida did no damage. Azamat Murzakanov gets the first round knockout over Alexander Rakic, remains undefeated. He'll move up 3 spots in the rankings to number 7 position on Tuesday. Ikram Alaskarov wins the unanimous decision over Jun Young Park. Quillan Salkild knocked out Nasrat Hakparas badly with a head kick in the first round.
I feel world right now, like 10 days notice, come here, big opportunity, a big name, very nervous coming in, but I was looking to do something very special and back myself against anyone in the world. And when I found out this opponent, Nasrat, was someone I was looking to fight in the future, at some point, he just come, sooner rather than later, which I'm all for, and it just adds to the story. I want to do great things in this sport.
Ludovic Klein won the first 2 rounds against Rebeski. Rebeski is really tough and rallied to win the 3rd round, but it wasn't enough to win a decision. Klein takes a majority decision, but he says he broke his ankle in the 3rd round, so a bit of a bittersweet victory. Amazingly, Walter Walker went for it again and got it again. Goes for a heel hook against Louis Sutherland. Gets the first round submission victory, 123 into the contest. 4 heel hooks in a row. We'll see how long this streak can last.
Is this 5 in a row?
It's 4.
They said 4 in a row.
Husar Aris had 4 total, but never more than 2 in a row. This is insane.
I'll take 3.
I speak English too. I say I take 2 food. 2 to Brazil, 2 to Russia. Bro, I speak 3 languages. Let's go. I learn now Arabic. Davai Khabib. Come to Dubai, come to Dubai. Let's go.
This dude speaking Russian, Portuguese, Arabic, and English post-match was almost as impressive. Johnny Walker going to flip out, but he's definitely becoming the brother of Walter Walker. Jose Delgado was on fire in the first round, but Nathaniel Wood was able to survive that onslaught and able to win the next 2 rounds on the scorecards en route to a 29-28 unanimous decision victory. Hamdi Abdel Wahab wins the decision over Chris Barnett. It was just a fight that was bad and made the heavyweight division just look so bad.
I feel like I'm an Olympic wrestler, so I have to show that. I have to show that I can wrestle like for 35 minutes, not 15 minutes. So I did what exactly what I've been told to do. My team, my manager, my coaches told me I have to show my wrestling, so that was the goal.
Mitch Raposo wins a decision over Maxim. Maxim also lost a point for a fence grab in round 3.
I can't believe this. This is all thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I was in such a bad spot, coming off 2 losses, having barely any money, driving 20 hours a week to get the best training, and just to finally come in here, get 2 checks, be able to move on with my career. That's the 3rd opponent that's missed weight against me. I could have said, no, I don't want to take this fight. It's a big risk. I didn't even bat an eye. I asked my manager, Coach Tyson Chartier. I was like, I'm fighting no matter what. I was so scared today. I didn't even want to fight. I was contemplating, after this, what am I going to do if I lose? And I had to battle, and in there, I decided I'm going to win this fight. I'm good enough to win this fight. I deserve to win this fight. And all the glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus.
Suzuki was a 5-1 underdog against Amarine, but her submission defense held up. She had better striking, a good ground and pound. So by round 3, she was a minus 1,600 favorite, and she picks up a decision over Amarine.
In the octagon's heart, legends are made, but every swinging kick history has made.
When you look at other major sports, the NBA, for instance, I have a good friend of mine who's an NBA referee. When they have what is clearly a screw-up, they literally have a Twitter handle that says who the referee was, what happened, and what they're going to do about it. So-and-so is going to be benched for X number of games. Or we're looking at, there is clear communication about what the error was, whose fault it was. They own up to it. A human being, we make mistakes, and here's what's going to be done about it. That's my biggest issue. There is no transparency in the judging or the refereeing. And I defend those people probably more than anybody else. I sit on those calls. I feel like if they would just say it out loud, the fans and we would be like, okay, there's something happening. We can accept that.
What they do in the sports leagues that I like is they have a pool reporter. They have one reporter that goes in and talks to the officials, and then they release what the official said, an explanation of the call. And there are times, especially in the NFL, where they say, I blew that one. I thought it was this, and it wasn't this. Perhaps if we had that, a pool reporter, one person that would talk to the official and get an explanation.
Jamal Hill is going to be out a year due to injury. He's coming off a loss to Khalil Roundtree Jr. Fedor would like to fight Krokop. This was a highly anticipated fight a couple decades ago, but now there's really no point in doing that. Their combined age is actually 100 now. 49 for Fedor, 51 for Miracle Krokop, so we don't need to see them fight again, but Fedor wants it. Joe Anderson, Brito is going to be taking on Melsik Bagdasaryan, December 13th, fight night card. Joe Anderson's coming off a loss to Pat Sabatini, was taken down and held down by Sabatini the whole fight and lost a decision. Melsik Bagdasaryan got knocked out in his last fight by Jean Silva.
I made it to the UFC, signed by Dana White, yeah, I'ma go on beast mode. I had 5 dudes running train on him. Who's that though?
UAE Warriors lightweight champion Amrub Magomedov signs with the PFL. Some people wanted him to sign with the UFC, but he goes to the PFL. Julio Arce knocked out Wilson Hayes, both former UFC fighters. Hayes got knocked out badly. He had to be stretchered out of there. He's 40, so a lot of people don't even want to see him fighting in the first place. Dana White would like to do a show in the country of Georgia, have Merab on the card, maybe the Taporia brothers, Roman Dolidze, Giga Chikadze.
Literally at a meeting today, and there was a guy there who was from the government of Georgia, and he's literally like, I want to talk to you guys. I want to bring a fight to Georgia. So we literally happened this afternoon at a meeting I was at earlier. So yeah, I'd like to take him home too.
Merab to Georgia, Ilya to Spain. Those are things that are obviously exploring.
Absolutely, no brainer.
Have you ever been to Georgia?
James Gallagher didn't fight at ACA because he didn't like the conditions in his locker room. His opponent went to the cage and said Gallagher's not coming out to fight. Statement comes soon. I'm a pro fighter, fight under pro conditions, and will not be caught getting cold, getting put into a circumstance to affect my performance, and treated and spoken to how me and my team was. Top 3 challenges for Merab Dvalishvili. For Michael Bisping, it's Pyotr Yan, Alexander Volkanovski, and himself maybe. He feels he may burn out, maybe in a similar fashion to De Ridder, maybe just fighting so often.
More importantly, his biggest opponent could be himself, because he's fighting every few months, and as we said before, the training camps, the style that he has, the fact that he is going to decisions, I mean, at some point you're going to get burned out, and his biggest opponent may just be himself, because he's not respecting the sport and the challenges.
Thinking outside the box.
That's what I do. I'm a deep thinker.
Outside of here.
I spent a lot of time on this.
That was really good.
Conor McGregor says, I've engaged on a spiritual journey. I'm saved. I am healed. Me after giving up the drink for a couple of weeks. Let's hope so. No man is beyond redemption. Official poster for UFC Fight Night Bonfim versus Brown, November 8th at the UFC Apex. Some people like the poster, thinking it's a bit like a John Wick vibe or like a Miami Vice vibe. Bonfim's coming off a win over Wonderboy. It was close. Some people thought Wonderboy took that fight, but Bonfim got the nod via split decision. Brown's coming off a knockout over Dalby. Kron Gracie's first fight after being cut from the UFC in Victory Fight League, December 12th in New York, taking on Picciano, who has a record of 7-3.